Hello, friends and enemies. It's me, V, and I am coming to you from today, August 22nd. You're seeing this right now at 1 p.m. because I'm going to upload it during that time. Several things have happened. For those who don't know, I had talked about it Wednesday, but I wanted to say I'm back at Weight Watchers. I've still been at Weight Watchers. I've just never actually said anything. And I decided, after listening to Jill for Today's YouTube channel about the old Weight Watchers, that got me thinking, what was the old Weight Watchers program like? Which then made me think, could I do it? Because her entire video was her talking about how hard it was and how you had to do all these different things and everything. So I said, I want to see if I can do it. Not for 1 week, but an entire month. So that's what I'm doing. September 1st, I am doing the 1960s old Weight Watchers videos. Yeah, that's right. The whole thing. This is my second time doing the actual video. I had tried originally, and the original footage was me reading off exactly what Jill for Today had written in her Facebook program or her Facebook group about what entailed with the food and everything, and she had it listed, and I was reading it and I was getting snarky, and it was 1 hour and 20 minutes, and my cell phone cut off twice because it can only capture so much footage, which I did not know since this is a new cell phone. And after leaving it all overnight, mind you, when I woke up the next day, it was at 8%. Cell phone was on. It was on my Wi-Fi. My computer was off, had been off since I had uploaded this. And when I say I woke up, what I mean is I did this last night. Last night, I was up till 4 in the morning. I fell asleep at 4. Because again, I was up till 4. When I woke up, it was 2 in the morning. Not 2 in the morning, but it was 2 p.m. And so I deleted it. Because if I go to bed at 4 a.m. and I wake up at 2 p.m. and I have nothing to show for it, you best believe I'm going to redo it again. But this time, I have Simply Nourished Living. And I'm going to do theirs. Because theirs, trying to figure out how I don't think I can show you the actual screen grab of it. But this is a woman named Martha. She has a website. I'm going to link her website down below. I'm going to link the original Chill for Today's video where she talked about the old Weight Watchers program and went into detail and everything. And I think the reason why I've done it is because I want to see where we've come from to start. And when I say where we've come from, I mean people who are on Weight Watchers. Haven't you ever wondered, like, hey, how did things happen? What happened before I got here? So in order to do that, I had to read the actual biography or autobiography that she wrote. She was born October 12th, 1923, when she was, oh goodness gracious, now I gotta remember. I want to say she was 38, she was 214 pounds, and this woman that she didn't like said to her, like, oh, you look so great. And she was like, ooh, Jean was feeling herself like, oh. And she's like, when are you due? And that's when Jean Iddich was like, oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. She then joined a obese clinic. And with the obese clinic, this is what you have to do. What the hell is that? What the hell? Oh. It's a pumpkin seed. I had a pumpkin seed. I apologize. There's a pumpkin seed in my salad, and it fell off. Okay, point is, she went to obesity clinic where they had the prudent diet. The prudent diet was saying you have to have, instead of, eating beef and pork, have 5 meals that are fish, cut down on your eggs, have veggies, have fruits. Besides that, skim milk, no alcohol, no sugar. You have to have bread, but if you can't have bread, your bread has to be, it could be pasta, but it has to be a limit of carbs and all that different stuff. And she followed it. And she lost 20 pounds in 10 weeks. What she didn't like was, that the woman that was the instructor, she felt that that woman was really strict. She didn't know what it was like to be fat. She didn't like people discussing, their issues that they had and everything. So what she did is she was like, I lost this weight. What I'm going to do is have my friends come over. We'll just talk and vent and everything. And she mentioned there was a book, or not a book, but there was a teacher. In the book, she mentioned there was a teacher who said that she was, with the preschoolers. She watched the preschooler take like half a donut and he threw it in the garbage. They went to nap. Then they got up and left. She talked about how she waited until the kids were gone and then she took the donut out of the garbage and she ate it. And everybody's like, I understand. That happens. And that started Weight Watchers. The whole thing of Weight Watchers. It's really just a place where you can go and you can bitch and moan about, feelings that you're having as you're losing weight, as well as trying not to forget who you were. Because, as she said, she wanted people who worked in Weight Watchers as people who remembered when they were big. She didn't want people to be like the instructor and be like, oh, I don't know what that's like. Or you're another person. I'm thin. Why can't you be like me? She wanted people to have empathy and remember where they came from. So that's where they did it. And then, as I was reading it, it went on. Like, there are several different Weight Watchers programs. And my main thought process that I was thinking of doing throughout this entire pandemic was each month do a different thing of Weight Watchers. So right now I'm doing the old 60s program. I might change it to the 1970s program just because 1960s is very strict. And there's some things where I'm just like, I don't like that. Depending on the books that I've seen so far, you can't have ketchup, but you can make you can take tomato juice. It's tomato juice, I think Jill for today said, and you would boil it until it would get to the consistency of ketchup. I don't want to do that. Add to the fact that looking at this, I have to have a citrus fruit once a day. I definitely want to do it, but as I'm going through the different Weight Watchers and everything, and I'm actually looking it up online right now to prove. So with along with the plans and rules. So overeating is a habit. Proceed with the weight loss one meal at a time, one day at a time, week at a time. Taking one step at a time, strengthening yourself slowly. You cannot fail. Learn to delay gratification. Learn to laugh. Stick to the plan, and the plan will work. Someone's brakes are really bad. Eggs, you can only limit them 4 to 7 days a week. Only eat the foods that are listed in your menu plans. I can't have non-dairy creamer. Cheese, you can only eat hard cheese or pot, cottage cheese, or farmer cheese, and it's only allowed at breakfast or lunch. Since I'm lactose intolerant, I don't have to worry about that. However, they stress that you either have to have skim milk, evaporated skim milk, or buttermilk. That's going to be hard for me because I also have PCOS. And as someone with PCOS, the things that I should not eat because it will affect my hormones are it's dairy, it's gluten. So it's dairy, gluten, and soy. Those are the 3 things I'm not supposed to touch. Or rather carbohydrates. Those are really what I shouldn't try. So, I have to eat bread. I have to have skim milk, or powdered skim milk, or evaporated skim milk, or buttermilk. I I want to see if I can maybe substitute it for coconut milk. Probably can't. I already know that's cheating. But I feel like, look, I'm already giving you people my non-dairy creamer. Like, I love Coffee Mate and International Delight when they come out with the sweet cream and the sugar cookie during Christmas. You best believe those are the few times I will go to International Delight. You want me? Oh, and their Peeps. I love the Peeps. I can't stress that enough. I do like the Peeps one for Easter. But point being, you cannot tell me go without sugar and go without Coffee Mate. And I'm going up without Coffee Mate, which means I'm going to have a lot of coffee that's going to be black. And I can put skim milk in it and then get the runs. I'm telling you now, there are going to be a few things where I'm going to try to do it, but if it affects my body in a negative way, I'm not going to follow it 100%. I'm telling you now, I'm going to follow it to the best of the ability. Also add to the fact that I don't eat beef or pork. And I have to eat liver. I have to eat some type of liver once a week. Yeah, that's one of the rules. I don't know how that's going to happen. Fish. You must eat a minimum of 5 Group A fish. The Group A fish are abalone, bass, bluefish, bonita, butterfish, carp, clams, crab, cod, flounder, fluke, haddock, canned salmon, trout, weakfish, swordfish, and a few others. Meat and poultry. Provided you use the specific number of fish meals, some of your lunches and dinners may be selected from Group A's and poultry or Group B fish. Select a maximum of 5 weekly meat meals, which is either dinner or lunch only, from Group A, and a maximum of 3 weekly meat meals, luncheons, or dinner, Group B. I'm still reading the instructions, and I still don't know what the hell just went on. And you know what? That was what happened the first time around, where I was like reading it off, and I was like, so I'm going to be writing everything down so I remember, like, Group A, this is what I can do. What is that on my arm? Apologies. So I can say, what is it that I'm going to do on Group A? What am I going to get from Group B? Group B fish, salmon fresh, I love salmon, whitefish, shad, mackerel, pompano. Group B meats, don't eat beef, don't eat frankfurters, lamb or dark meat of turkey. Okay. Group A meat and poultry, white meat of chicken with the skin removed, white meat of turkey with the skin removed, pheasant, organ meats like the liver, the lungs, the brains, kidneys, the heart. I don't know if I can. No, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Then there's limited vegetables and unlimited vegetables. Limited vegetables are artichokes, bamboo shoots, beets, Brussels sprouts, carrots, eggplant, green beans, tomatoes, yellow squash. They're mostly, or at least according to this, they're mostly starchy vegetables. And with that, you must eat once a day at dinner only, one portion only. One serving is 4 ounces. You have to go and drain it and then weigh it. Same with anything you cook or boil. And some things you can only bake, you can only boil or broil, and you have to make sure that it's not simmering in its own juices. It's a long, what the hell moment. Reading it, it's very strict. So I'm really gonna try this. Asparagus. Oh my gosh. Then there's like unlimited vegetables is the asparagus, the beet greens, the broccoli, the cabbage, the cauliflower, the celery. I don't like celery. The Chinese cabbage, the cucumber, like that. Bell pepper, okay. Mushrooms, parsley, pickles, sauerkraut, green squash, string beans, French style. We'll get through this. Fruit, 3 to 5 servings a day, depending on age and gender. One daily fruit must be either orange or grapefruit. And that's another thing, because I'm allergic to citrus. Always have been since I was a child. I still eat citrus. I'm just allergic to it. Now, some of you, okay, a lot of you are probably going, if you're allergic to citrus, you're lactose intolerant, your butt doesn't eat beef or pork, and you were told by your doctors to stay away from dairy products, soy products, and carbohydrates because of how they affect your hormonal system. Why are you doing a diet from the 1960s that, as far as they know, PCOS does not exist? And the answer is because I'm bored. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, because I'm bored, and also because I have been stuck. Well, I can't say I'm still, because today was actually a smaller day. Little victory. But I've been stuck at 213.4 since I was on grain. I've gained with my period, and then I stayed at 213.4. Could not get under. I just went to purple this week, and I am now at 213.4. However, when I put myself on the scale before eating, I was 212.6. Because I weighed myself twice, and I don't know why I did, but I was like, I'm going to weigh myself twice. Now, permitted fruits. 1 apple, half a cantaloupe, half a grapefruit. I do like grapefruit. Even though I'm allergic to it, I do like it. I do like me an orange. 1/4 medium-sized pineapple, a cup of strawberries, half a cup of raspberries or blueberries, 1 peach or nectarine, 2 apricots, and a plum. Forbidden fruits that you can't have. Cherries, watermelon, grapes, dried fruits, and bananas. I don't like bananas, but cherries, oh my gosh, cherries are delicious. How the hell you gonna take away cherries? But we will deal. Watermelon. I like grapes and cherries a little bit more than I like watermelon, if I'm being 100% honest. But that's okay. That's okay. Milk. Powdered skim milk, buttermilk, or evaporated skim milk. Now, in the actual thing, they burst it out. For a woman, I want to say 24 ounces. That's probably not right. I'd have to check my email. Hold on. Okay, I was wrong. It's 16 ounces for women. If you're doing skim milk. 12 ounces if it's buttermilk, or 8 ounces of evaporated skimmed milk. You cannot have butter. You can have margarine. You cannot have sugar. You can't have pizza, popcorn, pork products, soups, which depressed me, salad dressings, unless it's the ones that the original Weight Watchers made. Liver, you must eat once a week. If you have it more, consider it in the C group. With that, it must be weighed. If it's split, then it doesn't count. That doesn't sound right. Fats, daily, but at mealtime only. You must use 1 tablespoon of any of the fats listed on P, which means I have to use a fat. It goes into a lot more depth on her Facebook group. I'm actually kind of really scared about this because I have to eat either enriched or whole grain packaged bread. Now I could switch it out for pasta or some other things, which I do have in there, and I'm now thinking, okay, how could I do that without having any dressings or seasonings and stuff? Now, I am going to follow this. However, I almost feel like I should be allowed my coffee, like my coffee mate. I know I'm being silly because Jean Nedage never did this. Apologies to her name. She didn't use coffee creamer. She did, however, have Malomars. And if she can have Malomars, why can't I have my coffee creamer? That's the only thing that I'm willing to, like, I will itch and yes, my tongue may, feel a little swollen, but hey, I will deal with the citrus. I'm willing to go and do it with the carbs. like I said, I do have stuff up there that is more healthy for people with PCOS, so it shouldn't be a big deal. They said no dietetic foods, so I'm like, I should be good. But I just want to give you guys a heads up on actually what's going on. I'm doing this because I want to lose weight. Also because this beard, I shaved it, and as you can see, it's back with a vengeance. And it's just annoying the hell out of me. But I won't shave it because I shaved it, and I shaved it 2 days ago, and already it's back, and I'm done. Some people would say, why don't you wax it? But to wax it, that means I have to let it grow, and then I can go and wax it off. Now, some of you may say, why do you have a beard? I have Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. Stuff happens. Your hormones, because my testosterone is super wild. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you a lady beard, and I'm going to make your sexual drive really high, but I'm going to make sure that you have your hair is going to thin up there, which is also why I wear these awesome wigs, because I refuse to show you my real hair. I have been pulling it, and it is not looking its best or its prettiest. I'm losing weight because of my PCOS. That is one of the reasons of why I want to lose weight. Why else do I want to lose weight? So I can live longer. The fact that both my parents, as well as a multiple group of people in my immediate family, have diabetes, except for my sister, knock on wood. Everybody also has high cholesterol and or hypertension. I don't, which I don't understand, but I'm okay with not having any of those. So I need to keep on it. Why else do I want to? Because I have asthma, and I have recently been going to sleep and then finding myself waking up because I was choking because the fat was just cutting off my airway. I don't want to die like that. So that is why I am trying to lose weight, so I can live longer, and also so this beard will go, because the smaller I am, the less of this beard, and the more my periods will be regular, even though they hurt like hell when I'm smaller. But there you have it. Let's go do this. Next week, I will be updating you guys with a grocery haul of all the things that I've done, while still doing purple before I go to that old Weight Watchers plan. And then from the old Weight Watchers plan, what do I plan to do? I forgot the name of it, but then the next one will be exchange after that. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. And as always, bye.